Yo, what's good YouTube? I'm back with another reaction video. And we got Larry Bird trash talking his teammates was cruel and hilarious at the same time. Cruel and hilarious at the same time. Anyway, man, let's get straight into this video, man. I so deeply appreciate y'all. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Straight into it.
Larry Bird is known for his amazing shooting, his incredible presence on the court, and his immense charisma. There is a reason the man is in almost every NBA fan's top 10 players of all time. However, the one aspect of Bird's game that fascinates people just as much, if not more than anything else he's done, is his legendary trash talk. Bird was a terror in his day, and the stories of him destroying opponents with his words before following it up with his play are legendary. However, it was not just his opponents that were having to deal with Larry and his endless competitive spirit, it was also his teammates. The superstar always took practice very seriously, and that meant his trademark trash talk often found his way to teammates. Welcome to the Squad Dawkins channel. Here we tell how Larry Bird demoralized his teammates with his legendary trash talk and basketball skills. As history taught us, Larry Bird's verbal assaults weren't reserved only for his opponents. He also broke out plenty of trash talk towards his teammates. The best trash talking he did was in practice, center Joe Clane told in an interview back in 2013.
It's my greatest memory in the NBA. I'm playing 15 minutes a game. Ed Pinckney's playing 15 minutes a game. And we'd come into Hellenic College and we'd sit in that little nasty locker room back there. And nobody felt like practicing. I mean, you could tell that the locker room was down and everybody's in there, and it's just like, you know, we've been 3 games in 4 nights or whatever. And Eddie Pinckney would be sitting there putting on his shoes, and Larry'd come in there and he'd have his bag over his shoulder and his gray sweats on. He'd stand over there and he'd stand right over Ed Pinckney every day, and he'd go, Ed Pinckney, I am gonna torture your ass today. And I mean, you know, Bucky, I mean, and it was on. I mean, and then it was on. I mean, I'd start laughing, and then Chief would look over there and go, what the hell are you laughing at? I'm gonna torture your ass too.
In 2020, Ed Pinckney himself told in a podcast what was it like to practice against Larry Bird every day. He broke down his version of the endless Larry legend trash talk.
Every single day in practice, I had to play against, as you mentioned, Bird, McHale, and Parrish. Right. Legendary Hall of Fame front line. And, you know, every day, because McHale came off the bench, he was, you know, year in and year out, you know, one of the six men of all time coming off the bench. So I got, you know, at sometimes I would get the start, and I would play in the back or in the front court with Bird and with Parrish. But in practice, I had to play against Larry Bird. And you know, as a competitor, when you're matched up against someone who's touted as the best, you have pride as an individual player. Right. You're not just gonna go into practice and lay down. And this dude used to come into practice every day and go, Pick, sorry, I got your ass today. And I would be like, nah, that's not gonna happen. He'd be like, yeah, nah, yes it is. Don't take it personal, but you know, but I'm really gonna kick your ass. Oh, and man. That's how practice would start off, Jay. Right. And I would be like, all right, let's go.
The NBA is full of stories when it comes to its biggest legends. The greats all have a plethora of amazing anecdotes from the time they started playing basketball. While the majority of their careers have come in the pros, college was a formative time for a lot of brilliant players, and the stories from then provide insight into how these players became the personalities they were. Larry Bird is no exception. The Celtics legend, who arguably enjoyed one of the best primes this league has ever seen, was good from his early days in college. Despite leaving the Hoosiers to join Indiana State, Bird's game spoke for itself from his very first days at college. In fact, as a youngster on second teams, Bird and his teammates often beat the starters when they played games during practice.
We go in these practices, and the second unit, which I was on, we'd be playing pretty well against the first unit, and a lot of days we beat them. But it got to a point where Coach King would set me out of practice a lot because we were dominating the starters, and I never could understand that. I got frustrated, and one day I left. Went in, took a shower, and I said, I'm out of here. I can't play when I'm not playing. But the next day I was called into Coach King's office, and he says, look, I've never had a losing season. Every day you come in here, you demoralize our starting unit. We're halfway through the season and they're giving up because they can't even beat you in practice, you in the second unit. He says, the hell with it, you're practicing all the time, man. And it made me feel good because that was my competition. I already sit out 1 year and I played basketball, but not like this. And I was getting ready to come into college, and you know, in my mind, I thought I was going to take this thing over.
A 22-year-old Bird wasn't exactly boasting about his abilities when he joined the Celtics ahead of the 1979 to 1980 season. The rookie joined training camp as an outsider, with several new teammates doubting his place on the team. But by the end of practice, the Hall of Famer got the last laugh without uttering a single word. Despite taking little-known Indiana State all the way to the NCAA National Championship, not everyone was sold on Bird. While Celtics president Red Auerbach knew what type of player he could be, several of his new teammates were skeptical. Cedric Maxwell was one of Boston's better players at the time of Bird's arrival. Fresh off of a career high of 19 points per game, Maxwell explained why he and the rest of his teammates doubted the hick from French Lick.
He didn't impress me no more than any white guy I've ever seen play before. I think that you would say that most black players at the time were racist, in the sense that we did not think that you could find a white guy who could play better than any black guy.
Along with the color of his skin, Bird's case to impress his teammates wasn't helped by the fact he was on a 5-year, $3.25 million contract, making him the highest-paid rookie in sports history. More often than not, rookies came into training camp on the outside looking in, but few faced more skepticism than Bird.
When I walk in the first day of camp, them guys were on the floor stretching, and here comes the white savior, here comes this, here comes that. I sort of enjoyed it because I knew I was going to battle them all day. But Curtis and Sidney didn't last long. They didn't even make it through the first practice, and they were cut. So that was just Cedric.
As practice moved along and Bird methodically took out each defender, the talented Maxwell finally stepped up to take the rookie down. However, Max was in for a rude awakening.
I'm thinking, oh, he's slow, he can't get off a shot. He's not that strong. This is going to be a layup. Bam, knocks down a jump shot. Maybe that was luck. Gets the ball again. Bam, knocks down another jump shot. Now I'm thinking like, okay, hey, you know what? I'm gonna D this guy up. I'm gonna show him what it's like. 20 feet away. Bam. 25 feet away. Bam. My mind just goes to, damn, this white guy can play.
By that point, every Celtic knew this Bird kid was something special. Bird's illustrious NBA career is filled with numerous career-defining moments, one of which is his 1984 NBA title over rival Magic Johnson and the Los Angeles Lakers. In Bird's first opportunity to one-up his rival in the 1984 NBA Finals, things quickly began to slip away. The Lakers dominated Game 3 to grab a 2-1 series lead after a 137-104 blowout win. The embarrassing loss led Bird to uncharacteristically publicly lay into his teammates.
Oh, I know what you called us.
I called all of us.
He said we played like a bunch of sissies, is exactly what he said.
We, not you.
I didn't say that you, whoa.
I meant you, but somehow it just came out we.
Were you just trying to motivate them, or did you really feel that way, or
no,
both?
I felt that way. They had us down 38. Remember we kept sitting there running too fast for them? We can't catch them. We can't catch them.
Bird's stern remarks motivated his teammates to win games 4 and 5, eventually leading to a Game 7 win at home. Bird led the charge, averaging a double-double with 27.4 points and 14 boards while shooting 48.4% from the floor. Larry Bird shared the floor with many phenomenal players over his 13-year career with the Celtics. Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish are two of the bigger players who come to mind, as both share a spot with Bird in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Though from a name and skill standpoint, it's hard to find a more decorated teammate than Bill Walton.
I was going to have Bill Walton write my speech tonight. They say his speeches are a lot longer than his career was, so we'll try to stay away from that.
In 2013, Bird's fellow Hall of Famer Walton, who played with the legend for 2 years from 1985 to 87, shared a few stories on Bird and his infamous trash talking.
I remember my very first game in Boston Garden. Now, I had been in the Boston Garden with the Grateful Dead and heard the fans chant, Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. And I'm in there in this very first Celtic game, and the fans are starting to chant, Larry, Larry, MVP, MVP, and the scoreboard is shaking up and down. So I go up to him, I said, gosh, I can't hear, what are they saying? Are they cheering for Jerry? And he said, no, they're cheering for me, Larry. And then at the very end of the game, we're going to win the game unless we miss our free throws. And so I'm inbounding the ball, and I throw it to Larry, who goes up, gets fouled immediately, goes up, and he makes 2 free throws. Very next time, same exact thing. I throw it to Larry, 2 more free throws. Next time, Larry's guarded. I throw it to DJ. DJ goes up there and knocks down 2 free throws. Next time, Larry's guarded, DJ's guarded. I throw it to Danny Ainge, who's the best free throw shooter on the team. And as Danny's walking up there to shoot the free throws, Larry walks up to me and says, "Hey, Walton, I know this is your first game here, but if you want to stay on this team, you throw the ball to me every time. And if you can't get it to me, then it's okay to throw it to DJ. If you can't get it to me or DJ, just throw it to me anyway, and I'll take care of business." I was playing so poorly that Larry Bird came up with his regularly repeated mantra, where he would go to Casey Jones during the dead ball situation and says, "Casey, you can either take Walton out or you're going to take me out. It's your choice."
That's true.
And Casey Jones always made the right decision. There was nobody like Larry Bird. Oh my gosh.
Larry Bird's career wasn't as long as it could have been, but he still left his mark on the league as one of the best players ever. On top of his efficiency, his ability to talk smack and then back it up with his great shooting and passing skills made him one of a kind player in NBA history. Tell us in the comments, what is your favorite Larry Bird moment? If you enjoy this video, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. For more basketball content, subscribe to our other channels, Free Dawkins and Vintage Dawkins, and follow us on social media.
Hey, that's another Squad Dawkins, man. Now, I think we did, I did hear that kind of story once in one of my other videos. But, you know, Squad Dawkins really be coming in with the good bangers, man. I think I might have covered all his videos. I think I might have covered at least all his Larry Bird videos. So I got to look through some more, though. But, yeah, that's about it. We on to the next video. Y'all got some videos you want me to do, leave them down in the comments down below or send them to my email at DATPHILLYBOINAH@gmail.com. And, yeah, I also reply back to people in my email, too. So if you ever want to talk or anything like that or videos, you can always hit me up on my email. But, yeah, man, that's about it. On to the next video, man. I deeply, deeply appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing me. But for now, I'm out. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button. Turn on that bell, man. I'm uploading every single day. And yeah, it's been so real, man. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.
Thank you.